Hey folks, I'm Tina Hui with Follow the Coin. First of all of us at Follow the Coin want to wish everyone a very happy New Year's. May 2015 be a great year for you, yours, and Bitcoin. Welcome to this episode that's live of Bit News. To start the year off, we wanted to do a thorough recap of 2014 and pay respect to some of the greatest events of the year behind us as we look forward to the year ahead. The top 15 coming right up. And what a year has it been for Bitcoin and digital currency. 2014 was definitely a strong year for Bitcoin. To be fair, every year seems to be pivotal for Bitcoin, but 2014 was definitely a year of advancement out of the shadows of Silk Road and the underground and into an increasingly maturing and mainstream stratosphere for the Bitcoin and digital currency. Make no mistake about it, 2015 is looking to be the year for innovation, maturity, and growth in the space, with major players already in the space competing to create the best resources and technology and companies for folks in the space, and with startups and talented entrepreneurs entering the space at record numbers unlike ever before with transparent business-savvy projects. Even Boost VC, co-founded by CEO Adam Draper and Britton Key Williams, has gone full Bitcoin while offering its next batch of startups, Tribe 5, 300 BTC each to take their endeavors to the next level during its 2015 Winter Accelerator program. Full disclosure here, Follow the Coin just graduated from Boost VC, Tribe 4 in summer of 2014, and we'd be happy to refer any qualified startups looking to be considered to Boost. So do send us a note at team@followthecoin.com. if you're interested. And BitPay's greatest Bitcoin marketing campaign and partnership of the year, the Bitcoin Bowl, is said to have exposed nearly 10 million people to Bitcoin just this month in December of 2014. And as the year wraps up with this strong finish for Bitcoin, and we close out 2014, it can easily be argued that there is hardly anyone who hasn't at least heard about Bitcoin at this point, with some of the major financial and business publications having published at least one article or even dedicating an entire column to the subject of Bitcoin, including the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Time, TechCrunch, VentureBeat, and much more, to name a few. The first Bitcoin ATM has now led to many all over the globe, and an arms race for Bitcoin merchant adoption is just beginning. Price-wise, Bitcoin has settled at around $310 USD for the last few months, down quite a bit from $770 in January of last year, and even more so when you take into account the price of Bitcoin at $1,200 in late 2013, with Bitcoin first breaking $1,000 on November 27th. While the change in price is definitely a blow of sorts to those bullish on Bitcoin maintaining a high price from an investment standpoint, Bitcoin fans are not discouraged because 2014 proved one thing is for certain. Bitcoin and its technology is here to stay and ready for legitimacy in 2015 and beyond. And the price is not to be the focal point for believers of Bitcoin in the long term. The technology is disruptive, and so is the space. The possibilities, simply endless. Looking at the year in review, 2014, like every year for Bitcoin, was definitely full of ups and downs. While the space is nascent, one thing is sure. Those early pioneers who may have taken a few too many shortcuts or hurt folks and taken advantage are on their way out. And transparent, legitimate entrepreneurs, backed with support and approval of serious venture capitalists and investors, are emerging to elevate and grow the industry, along with the leaders already in the space like Coinbase, BitPay, Bitfury, Pantera Capital, Boost VC, 500 Startups, Tally Capital, BitGo, Blockchain, Chain, Circle, Ethereum, Stellar, Winklevoss Capital, and more. Bitcoin investments by private equity and venture capital firms should total a record $290 million in USD by year's end. For a complete list of all funding in 2014, check out this incredible list by CoinFilter. That's right, folks. 2014 was a huge year for Bitcoin, and that list also lists funding from the beginning of time as well. Lastly, it goes without saying that Bitcoin is a success due in large part to the passionate and dedicated people in this space and the work of thousands of folks across the globe. Follow the Coin was happy to be able to honor the winners of the first ever crowdsourced nomination and open vote Bitty Awards, and to ensure that excellence in Bitcoin was recognized at the Bitball Awards Gala. Following suit, both CoinDesk and CoinGecko have come up with their respective lists for the 10 most influential people in Bitcoin this year and the top cryptocurrency people you should absolutely follow on Twitter in the space. So do check those out when you get a chance. Without further ado, here is a countdown of some of the 15 best things to happen in 2014 in Bitcoin. The first, a massive DDoS attack exploited transaction malleability and a bug fix was introduced. This will turn out to be the first of many bug exploits and bug fixes. Number 2, Mt. Gox files for bankruptcy after losing $350 million worth of Bitcoin. That's 774,400 BTC at the story's market value. Number 3, Dogecoin emerges as a kindness, happiness, and optimism marketing meme-driven force in Bitcoin and digital currency, leading with groundbreaking charity and crowdfunding initiatives to help people around the world and also drive awareness to cryptocurrency. Taking a closer look at some of those highlights, well, Dogecoin raised money to help send the Jamaican bobsled team to the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics, and she's raised enough money to build 2 water wells in a Kenyan community in Africa with Doge for Water. She's also raised over $55,000 to fund NASCAR driver Josh Wise at Talladega's qualifying race, and Dogecoin and Litecoin merged. Doge Tipbot became a major tipping engine on Twitter and Reddit, and let's face it, Bitcoin and Dogecoin both took to Reddit and easily became 2 of its most active communities in 2014. Number 5, Newsweek reporter Leah McGrath Goodman falsely named a California resident by the name of Dorian Nakamoto as Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin. Digital currency fans were not so amused, and it created a widespread frenzy, and digital currency fans were not so amused. Number 6, on June of 2014, ESPN and BitPay entered a 3-year deal to produce the NCAA postseason college football game, which will be known as the Bitcoin Bowl for that duration. That's 3 years, folks. Number 7, Ethereum launches the cryptocurrency 2.0 platform Ncoin, changing the way everyone looks at blockchain application development and possibilities in a tangible way for the first time ever, leading the path for Bitcoin 2.0 discussions. Number 8, PayPal and Braintree makes moves to adopt Bitcoin in their first partnerships in the Bitcoin space with one-touch payments. Number 9, Bitcoin merchant adoption in 2014. Boy, was this one a race. BitPay and Coinbase went head-to-head, signing up big players for Bitcoin adoption, and almost every month it seemed that there was news, with Coinbase first locking in Overstock in January, and in a slew of giant companies, both companies were able to partner up for Bitcoin, including Overstock, Microsoft, Newegg, TigerDirect, Expedia, Dish, 50 Cent, and more. Snapcard has a mission to sign up 500 merchants in San Francisco, California with its Integrate SF campaign. Burning Man, Porn.com, Suicide Girls, WordPress, Time Inc., Save the Children, the Red Cross, and more are now accepting Bitcoin. Apple banned and then accepted Bitcoin apps. Several Bitcoin apps are now available on iOS as a result. Plenty are tested and available on Android, probably daily. Skipping ahead, we're now at number 11. Bitcoin is getting legislated and in turn becoming legitimized. In the United Kingdom, the UK Chancellor of the Exchequer, George Osborne, is hoping to turn Britain and London into the fintech and Bitcoin capital. In China, Ukraine, and Russia, they are continuing to crack down on Bitcoin, but folks are still using it. Bitcoin is making the greatest impact in gaining adoption with the help of companies like Bitpagos in developing countries like Argentina. Also making huge waves in Brazil and Africa, where it was favored over fiat currencies and volatile inflation rates and made remittance faster, easier, and cheaper. In the United States, Bitcoin is definitely getting a lot of attention from the legal standpoint. The New York Department of Financial Services Superintendent Ben Lawsky published a BitLicense proposal draft that is set to be the first regulatory framework for digital currency and Bitcoin, which is still in review and open to public comment, but looking to be made law in early 2015. The Chamber of Digital Commerce was formed and launched, leading representation and lobbying for the digital currency in Washington, D.C. There were 2 major cases surrounding conspiracies to launder money, where Ross Ulbricht was acquitted for owning and operating Silk Road, and Charlie Shrem pled guilty to reduced sentences of aiding and abetting unlicensed money transmission. Meanwhile, Janet Yellen, the Federal Reserve Chair, testified in February that the Fed doesn't have the authority to regulate Bitcoin. The IRS, meanwhile, issued U.S. tax guidance in February of 2014 that Bitcoin will be treated as property for tax purposes in the U.S. Silk Road 2.0 founder was then also arrested. Number 12, the Bitcoin Foundation is getting more organized. Patrick Merck, a founding member and general counsel for the Bitcoin Foundation, historically was elected its new chief as executive director of the Bitcoin Foundation. His Reddit AMA was well received as he encouraged open discussion with the Bitcoin community to continue happening always. And he shared his insights and support for payments innovation and the intent for the Bitcoin Foundation to continue open dialogue with banks and regulators. Bitcoin Foundation board member elections are once again underway now, with nominations being accepted at the time of press for this article. That would be January 1st, 2015. The U.S. Marshals Service auctioned the Bitcoin seized from Silk Road in June. 30,000 Bitcoins were won by venture capitalist Tim Draper in the first auction, and 48,000 Bitcoins were won by the Bitcoin Investment Trust, with the remaining 2,000 Bitcoins going to Tim Draper in the second auction. Number 14. The Dogecoin Foundation, after conflict with Moola CEO Alex Green, stepped down only to come back into power to celebrate Dogecoin's one-year anniversary at the Dogeversary after the Doge Father, also known as Jackson Palmer, and Ben Dornberg, formerly with the Dogecoin Foundation, presented evidence proving that Moola's CEO is a scam artist with at least 5 other identities. What? Moola's CEO has since resigned amidst filing bankruptcy for Moola. And number 15, Bitcoin 2.0. Emerges not just as a currency, but as an innovative technology with an endless array of possibilities for blockchain applications to be developed, such as ownership of physical assets, decentralized voting, and securely transferring digital property. Bitcoin is changing. And those are the top 15 stories, folks. We'll make a video. This is it. And for now, we have a holiday video from Follow the Coin team as well as a thank you. We as a team decided to share this Christmas carol as a thank you from some of the Follow the Coin team, and it exists courtesy of Boost VC. They said to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, so we did. And they said it would be fun. Hopefully it's fun and not ridiculously silly. So we hope everybody had a great holiday season. And as we ring in 2014 and look forward to a fantastic 2015 together with you, we can't thank you more for tuning in to Follow the Coin and making the community better and brighter together. Let's hope every year shines bright like Rudolph. Well, thank you. Bye, guys. And if you like this video and are looking forward to more updates, we are producing a ton of content all the time. Please do like the video and then subscribe to us on Follow the Coin's YouTube, and also follow us on Twitter. We love tweeting to folks. And we also have a Facebook group. It's going to be awesome. And check out our mobile app. It's fantastic. And we can chat with folks all the time. And there are special discounts there. All right. Well, talk to you later, guys. Thank you. Bye.